Hello, church family. I hope all is well with you today. Today we're working out of Psalm 86, and this is a prayer of David. We're not sure about what events, but it could have been just about any event in David's life. And this is David crying out with distress, and we see that he overcomes his distress with praise and worship within the chapter here. And I want you to note one thing that there's something like 14 or so requests or petitions within the chapter. And he starts out with a request, and then he gives a reason that God should answer his request. And starting on verse 1 here, it says, "Bow down your ear, O Lord, hear me." So he's saying, "Consider me, Lord, listen to me." And he says, "For I am poor and needy." So that is the reason he's humbled himself before the Lord. In verse 2, he has to preserve my life, for I am holy. We know that David sinned and did sin in his life, but we know that he confessed those sins, and he was always seeking the heart of God and his holiness. And he's saying, "You are my God." So it shows his connection to God, just like we should show our connection with God by the example of our lives and our testimonies in our lives and so on, because we are also connected with God. "Your servant who trusts in you, be merciful to me, O Lord." And he's telling that, hey, I trust in you. You are, that's where my faith is put, in you. And I cry out to you all day long, and that's his active prayer life and so on. And then we go to verse 7. "In the day of my trouble, I will call on you, and you will answer me." And this is the confidence that David has because of the past history. And this is the confidence that we should have, is that he has answered our prayers in the past, and our testimony should reflect that, and it should strengthen our faith and so on, that he will answer us in the future. "For you are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God." This is in verse 10. And yes, there is a God. His divine nature will occur, and things do not happen by chance, not even the world today. He knows everything that's going on, and he has a purpose in this. And I believe that it is to draw all men to him. And we men forget that things are ordained in heaven, and we only see the human forces and the carnal passions throughout the earth. But God is real. He's more real than anything that we can imagine. And we say he's unseen, but we just look at his nature, as he says in Romans 1, his creation. Oh yes, God is judge too. Even now, he is actually judging. His seat is not vacant. His authority is not allocated to anyone else. He puts down one and sets up another. We see the kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, a dungeon here and a throne there. Kings are but puppets in his hands. We saw in the Old Testament, we know that the Assyrians yield to the Babylonians yield to the Medes Persians, the Persians yield to the Greeks to the Romans. So we see God power work, and God only is, all power belonging to him. All else is shallow, coming and going, unsubstantiated, misty, dreamlike. And in Joshua, it says that not one of God's promises failed. As he brought the children of Israel out, he provided for them, he directed them, he guided them, he delivered them, and he will do the same for us. How important is this? Whatever you face today, God has filled his word with promises. Not one promise fail, nor will promises to you ever fail. You can trust him with everything within you. Psalm says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all." So whatever you face today, do not turn loose the hem of his garment. He cares for you. And I know there's many needs throughout our congregation and so on. And may he look upon you today in a very special way. And may you be blessed in a very special way. God bless you.